Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Sterling. How are you
Hi,
doing
there you
today?
are.
How
How are
good?
you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, can you hear me okay?
Um, I'm going to turn you up just a wee bit. So let's see here. Um, Go ahead and say something and see if I can hear you
Testing
okay.
one, two,
But turn
one,
off
two.
these disco lights. Hang on one second. Can you
This
hear
is like
me, Michelle?
I could hear you. Can you hear me?
I really can't. It's strange. Let me just try to adjust this again because I
Okay.
can't really hear you. Um, It's gone. The volume's up as much as possible. Try that again.
Testing one, two, one, two.
No, you're super faint. Um, it's the faintest sound.
Can you
I
hear
will
me
see
now?
if I can try these earbuds.
Okay.
Normally I don't need to use them, but I can try using this to see if it helps.
Okay.
So let's see. All right, now try to speak.
Testing one, two. Test,
Okay.
test. That's better.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
can
how
hear you. I've got the earbuds in and they are up completely. So my only concern is that I'm not sure if it's going to record okay, because if usually when I wear any earbuds for any reason, I never have it up on full volume, you know?
uh, well, I have it recording right now. It's on Zoom, so we're good to go. So
Okay.
I was gonna do Facebook Live, but I know the Zoom has been having some issues with Facebook Live. You know, because it's kind of slow and you know. So today, you were watching the news. I don't know if you see the news, but
Yeah.
it's been kind of chaotic today, kind of crazy. Um, but in all fairness, this is a good update. The Word Show is about different causes and different events, and I read that you are a singer and actress, and you have a book out. So Sterling, can you tell me who you are and what you represent?
I'm a manifestation specialist and my company is called getyourlifenow.com. I'm also the creator of the AOM system, and that is an acronym for Art of Manifestation. Within this system that I've designed, not only have I, who've been using it for 20 years, but also my clients who've been using it for a decade now, actually are able to master the manifestation process within 30 days. A lot of people ask me, well, what exactly is manifesting? Well, when you take life and you boil it down to its most essential aspects, we are always creating something and experiencing it. We may be creating a thought, a conversation, a meal. We could be dreaming. We're always creating. Our bodies are creating, our minds are creating. We are creators and we experience what we're creating. So it only seems natural to want to learn how to master the manifestation process because it is what life is. And when we do that, we're able to produce, again, those ideal experiences and outcomes in our lives.
So how long have you been creating the book and this idea that you had? How long did it take you? How long in the process?
5 years.
And did you take breaks in between? Or I know,
No.
like, no. So what made you come up with this idea, and why should people know more about it?
Well, what had me come up with the idea was that I wanted to live an extraordinary life. I think that everybody wants to live the best, most extraordinary life. I think that is something that we all have in common. However, I made it my life's journey, my what used to be more of a hobby, but I made it my goal in life because it was that important to me. So that's really what spurned the whole process, was that interest, that desire to live the most extraordinary life possible. And we see people living extraordinary lives, and don't we all want that? So
Yes,
this is
we do.
what's, of course. So that's what really spurned me on to really creating an airtight, foolproof system, because the modalities out there that I began to discover as early as the age of 13, I found were incredibly frustrating, very disappointing, and they left a lot of unanswered questions. And they also created a lot of, failure. So I wanted to go beyond that. I knew that there was a way. I knew that I could create this. So I did. And that's why I experimented with it for 5 years before I actually gathered together a blind test group that consisted of 15 people. And I allowed them to apply it to their lives. And they got the same unbelievable, extraordinary results from using it. In fact, they accomplished what looked like a year's worth of goals in just 12 months. So in 30 days, you're actually able to master that manifestation process. However, in the book, I always encourage people to create their next 12 months and keep that in mind. I'm a firm believer in creating 12 months. I don't believe in 5-year plans and 10-year plans. They just simply don't work. We cannot try to control things like that in that kind of timeline. However, we're also limiting ourselves when we do it in that kind of timeline, because when I work with my clients, it's very interesting because they go, "Oh my gosh, I've accomplished, my whole year in 6 months. I've accomplished what I thought would accomplish in 6 months only in 1 month or 2 months." Because they didn't put that kind of pressure timeline restriction on themselves. They're able to accelerate their results much faster than they ever thought possible.
So, like, do you tell them to start off slow and then work your way up? I mean, what is the goals and patterns that you have for your clients, like when they first start out?
Well, it is a system, it is a plan. So in that plan, in the AOM system, Manifestation Mastery in 30 Days, which is the book that just got launched January 1st, and it's available worldwide on Amazon as well as Barnes and Noble. Within this book, it will tell you exactly everything that you need to do. And it's laid out in a way that's easy to understand. It's very accessible and simple for people. The reviews and the feedback I've gotten so far in just a few days has been phenomenal about the book. So people have actually just read the book in a day and actually already started having incredible results before they even started implementing the system into their life. So it's very powerful, it's very fast acting, and everything that you'll ever need to know about manifesting. Some people call manifesting law of attraction, that kind of thing, LOA for short. Everything you'll ever need to know is in this book.
So, what is exactly manifesting? Because I kind of want to learn about a little bit more, and my listeners want to learn about what it is. So, can you give us a description of what it is?
Well, manifesting,
Yes.
yeah, like I had said earlier, manifesting is creating your life, because life is a
Okay.
series of creations and those experiences of what we create. So that's really essentially what manifesting is. It's conscious creation. So instead of creating unknowingly and getting the results you don't want, this is creating with a level of awareness and understanding with tools that actually work, so that you can manifest those ideal experiences, those ideal results. And that's really what it is. So when you think about it, and anybody who's listening can think on their lives, think back on their lives, and they'll be able to identify that they were creating something. Yeah. So they could be having a conversation. They're going to create responses. They're going to create thoughts. They're going to create reactions. Okay. So everything is creation. Like I said, even if you're sleeping, you're still creating a dream. Those dreams actually, have an effect on you when you wake up. So you're always creating.
So, and in the long run, this will help your health and your eating habits as well. If you have this manifestation, I'm sorry, I'm having a problem saying it, but the, it's your mindset, and if you go towards it, it'll be a better future in the long run.
Yeah.
Is that
Well, you're right, because we're talking about transforming all areas of our lives, our relationships, our health, our finances, our careers, our goals, travel, hobbies. These are areas that make up our lives. And when we're able to create the ideal life, or the ideal area of our lives are working. They're extraordinary. They're fun. People wake up and they think, what magic and miracles is going to happen today? And one of the things that my clients love to do is that they get to create the perfect day in the morning. And just speaking that day into existence actually has it come true by utilizing the system. And then when they review it at the end of the day, they're like, oh my God, 90%, 100% of everything I wanted to happen today actually happened. That creates a lot of clarity and confidence. And we're talking about going beyond perceived limitations. People have created, they have actually created complete health and healing where they were diagnosed with an incurable disease. One of the first things that I created without taking any consideration, any in consideration, I get tongue tied too, limitations or constraints, was like when I created a free black BMW convertible. And so when people are able to create these extraordinary results, free money just coming out of nowhere, incredible results to go beyond what they thought was even possible, then they can duplicate it, then they can replicate it, then they can continue to do that for the rest of their lives.
I think that's kind of cool because I don't know if you know what the word is show how it had got started, but we got started 9 years ago because I got diagnosed with the recent chromosome called 22q. It's kind of like Down syndrome, but you have different symptoms involved. So you have congenital heart defects and teeth issues and other symptoms. So when I started doing the podcast, I was going to focus on 22q, but then I got more detailed about it. I wanted to focus on other, how can people who have disabilities get help, get the resources that are available, and that's how the awareness show came about. So this topic right here is good because there's a lot of people who have disabilities who struggle each day and don't know how to get that foot in the door. If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, all of us want to go over and beyond our current level of living. We want to overcome obstacles. We want to be able to grow and really tap into that power within us that we didn't even really know is there. We don't really understand it until we do tap into it. And when we do, we're astonished at what we can actually create. Yeah, I've had lots of clients who have overcome, illnesses or limitations or disabilities, or, anything that maybe bodily isn't functioning properly. They've healed lots of different things. So absolutely, it's amazing what we can do. And only through experience, by utilizing the AOM system tools, do we actually get to gather that evidence that allows us to see that we can do this and continue to create anything that we want.
Yeah, and I like this because a lot of people don't know how to get the help that they need. They're stuck, and that's why the awareness show comes in handy when you guys come on and talk about the books, where to go, how to get the books. You know, my question is, have you thought about doing like a YouTube channel to talk about your book, or
I do. I have a YouTube channel. I have blogtalkradio.com/Steerling Mire. That's my radio show that's on every night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesdays. I also am on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. So I have a lot of different social media outlets where I connect with people. And of course, I connect with people on the website, getyourlifenow.com. So yeah, there's the show, the podcast is really great too, because you get a lot of great information that way on the subject of manifesting. I have incredible guests, lots of celebrities even. Yeah. So people can find me. Absolutely.
Is it okay if I could add you on Facebook with your
Of
permission?
course. Yes, of
I
course.
I
I'd love
always
that.
I always ask, and then I always get, how do you get these guests to come onto the show? And I said I have a friend Harlan who connects me to the guests and celebrities, and so with the awareness getting a little bit well known, we actually traveled to Australia. Well, we're internationally. We're Australia, Ireland, so we have family listening over there, and it just grows. And so yesterday I had a pleasure of a lady who is in charge of the Women's March Action.com. She's in charge of everything. So we were talking about that, and it's just, this is the stuff I like to do, but I want to help out more people, get more resources available to them to understand manifestive, healthier life, yoga, all that ties into one. And like today, for example, the protesting that was going on, I don't, it was, it's hard to talk about it, but it's, yeah, it's kind of like 9/11, but you know what I mean? How they were protesting at Capitol Hill today, all that stuff was going on. But the main focus is the awareness show wants to bring more awareness to the people about manifesting, how to better your life, and the struggles that we deal in on a day-to-day basis, if that makes sense.
Yes, of course. And Michelle, the reason why this is going on in Congress right now is because people don't feel like they have any power within themselves. The thing we must remember that we've often forgotten is that if we want positive change, and everybody wants positive change, it
Right,
doesn't matter. We all have the same common goals. It doesn't matter which political party you want to support. We actually have the same goals. However, how do we reach those goals? How do we create change in our outer world? We have to change in our inner world. It has
right,
to start right here before our outer world changes. Now, if we we take the time to actually change that inner world, such as through the AOM system, our outer world will change all by itself. It's that powerful. That's how powerful we are. But we don't realize this. So we need to give ourselves an opportunity to discover it so we really
right.
know it and understand it.
I think that's a good idea. And like you said, everybody needs help in some fashionable way, and they don't know where to turn and how to get help. And so that's where this show comes about, is getting the resources for the people that are available. Um, and so we want to make sure people understand and utilize, I guess I said utilize it, if that, to get the necessary means and follow the books. And so you're on Amazon, I know that. Or, is there possible you might be on Netflix pretty soon talking about Manifest? Have you thought about, doing a show?
Yes,
Submitting it?
we're in talks about that. Meanwhile, I do have my YouTube channel, and all of my social outlets are located on my website, getyourlifenow.com, on the right hand side. So there's a lot of those, social media outlets located there. And we haven't quite added the blogtalkradio.com just yet on that website, the little icon. So
Yeah.
I'll say it again, blogtalkradio.com/Steerling Mire. That's me. You'll see it. Manifestation Mastery is the show. I'm also on YouTube and all other, iTunes and other outlets as well. That's for the blog talk. But yeah, so I am, definitely thinking about that. And I still work with clients one-on-one, and I do group sessions as well. People can always contact me on the contact form if they want a complimentary consultation. So that's available too. Yeah. So it's really
And
exciting.
how much do you normally charge for if they want to continue the program?
Well, it's different it depends on the package, and all the pricing is actually listed on the website, as well as I do, sometimes I'll give a special, and if people like connect with me socially, they're always informed about if there's a special or if there's a group session coming on. That's always, a lower rate than working with me just one-on-one. I also have a video series, and that's very affordable as well. So I want to offer something for every single person, because my number one goal is that the AOM system is in everybody's hands, so they have a chance to use it and really get the extraordinary maximum results that they can get in just a short period of time. On my radio show, I interviewed for New Year's a client who has actually been working the AOM system for only 2 weeks. And it's amazing what she's reported in just 2 short weeks. So it's very fast acting. It's really powerful. And every single client and every single person that's ever done it has absolutely loved it. 100%.
I was gonna have to check out your YouTube channel and see how it goes, because I'm kind of interested about it. And so the more I get into it, the more I'm like, oh, okay, So this is kind of fascinating to me. So, is there anything you want to tell the listeners about how to relax and calm and how to be yourself?
I think
That
it's
makes
really important to not to protect your space, first of all. It's important not to watch too much media. What are you watching? What are you taking in? We are energetic beings, and we are easily influenced by what is around us. If we keep ourselves in a place that is positive, with things around us that are positive, this is what's going to keep us in a powerful place to be able to affect the future. So it's really important that people protect their space, watch what's coming in, make sure it's not negative. That's the good news, Michelle, about being influenceable, impressionable human beings. We can be influenced, is that if it's good stuff, then it's going to help us. It's going to benefit us. It's going to be a positive experience, a great thing. But if it's disempowering or it's negative, it's only going to harm us.
that makes sense. Yes. And so on this note, you can follow her on Instagram. What is your Instagram? Is it Steerling Marie? Your
No,
Instagram?
it's Get Your Life Now and the number 8. And
Okay.
also when you go on the website and you see the social icons on the top right side on getyourlifenow.com, those are some direct links too, in case you don't have all the information, or you forget what the Instagram link is. You can always find it up there.
Okay, that'd be kind of cool. And your YouTube is the same thing, right? Get your life.
It's manifestation mastery. Yeah, but there's a link on the website for the YouTube channel as well. So you can just click on there and it'll take you directly.
I would love to have you come back on the show and follow up how your book is doing, because it sounds like it's doing a wonderful success right now on Amazon.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so,
thank you.
is it that's the only place it's on right now? It's Amazon, not Barnes and Nobles or?
It's on Barnes and Noble. It will be in just about 3 days. but Amazon worldwide, it's on it. There's a Kindle version, there's a hard paperback version as well. Yeah.
Nothing on audio for our visual, for people who have.
That's coming.
Okay.
We can only do one thing at a time, but that's coming. We have plans to definitely do that.
Yes.
Yes.
And do you have like T-shirts? Are you gonna make some T-shirts out of your book, or what is the next step for that?
Yep, we're thinking about doing that as well. Right now, there's been so many interviews and so much interest in the book. This is keeping us very busy. However, we still are doing the show. And like I said, Barnes & Noble is coming in 3 days. So there's a lot of new stuff going on. And I always encourage people to just sign up for the newsletter. I have a free download when you go to my website. It's called Moving from Stress to Synchronicity in Life. There's a lot of great information and offering. So I always encourage people to sign up and stay connected with me, because I am always working really hard to provide like the best kind of content and the best freebies and things like that. I'm always giving. So I'm here to help. I love people, and I know that this system works 100%. So I'm very passionate and very committed to making sure everybody has it.
I would love to have one of your complimentary sessions if that, try it out, see if I like it. I know my listeners will probably love it. So if you have a book, I can post it on Facebook and let listeners know how to get contact in the book and stuff like that. Or if you have some type of a flyer where I could send it to my listeners, that would be great.
Yeah, well, Harlan should have all the pictures and images that you need. So you can feel free to reach out to him. I'm sure he'd be happy to supply you with anything that you request.
Okay, thank you, Sterling. And on this note, the Word Show is now on Amazon Music, Spotify, iTunes, Radio, FM. You, I know I'm forgetting some things here, so my brain is kind of scattered right now. But thank you, Sterling, very much. I love the topic. I'm gonna look into the book and do more research because I'm interested about manifesting. I want to learn more about it. So my listeners will learn more about it. Thank you very much. You want to say anything else to my listeners?
I would just love the feedback from you guys once you try the system, the AOM system, Manifestation Mastery in 30 days. So please let me know how you're doing. I love getting people's letters. And emails. It's great if we just celebrate. So Michelle, please, let me know when you get it. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Okay. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being on the show, and have a good night. Be safe. And don't forget to wear you guys' masks. That's important.
Yeah. Thank you. Magic and miracles.
Bye.
Bye.